Hey ladies, hopefully this works second time around. So if you're jumping on live, I'd love for you to drop in some love in the comments and let me know that you can see me. I was so excited to jump on and share with you some really awesome stories from some girls who are doing this business. A lot of girls say yes to this business for so many different reasons. We've got girls who are doing this business around kids, around full-time work, who are health professionals. And I'm excited today because you're going to hear from some students who said yes to this business. And it's funny because I think there's two things. So many people come on, say they've seen Babes in Business, they're inspired by it, they want to do it. But there's two types. I feel like there's one type of person who sees it and they're like, oh, I can't do this because I'm studying. There's no way I can make this work around study. And there's the other person who uses study as their motivation, is why they say yes to Babes in Business, so they can do this business around studies instead of doing like 3 or 4 different part-time jobs. I know for me personally, I wish I came across Babes in Business when I was studying. I did a 4-year degree, I did my Bachelor in psychology, did my honours and my thesis, and I remember working so many different jobs. I was bartending till like all hours in the morning, I was dancing, I was waitressing, and I was tutoring at university just to try to make ends meet and try and make it fit around work and placement and uni and studies. So I'm so excited for you to hear from some of the beautiful women that we've got to link arms with in Babes in Business. They're going to share their story about how they kind of stumbled across this awesome community and the business and why they said yes to it and how they're making it work around their full-time studies. So I'm going to flick it straight away to Louise. If you're on, Chickie, I would love to have you share your story. Hopefully this will... I'm such a rookie when it comes to technology, but hopefully we'll have luck this time. It says it's adding you. And hopefully you learned something today, ladies, because I know that a lot of girls come across Babes in Business and they're inspired to do this. They don't know how to make it work around life. So, yay, Louise.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. My camera looks okay as well?
Well, am I straight or now am I on the side again?
You're on the side, but I feel like you should just stay where you are.
Okay, I'll stay where I am. You do your thing.
Because last time we got all funky.
Okay, you go.
You look great from the side.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you.
So hi everybody. Like Laz mentioned, I'm Louise. Thank you for hopping on and listening to all of our stories. I'm actually really pumped to share my story with you because it might actually be a little bit different, as I decided to start school when I decided to run my business. So a quick little backstory about me. I've been thinking about going back to school to study holistic nutrition for just over 4 years now. But like the timing wasn't right for me. Here in Canada, it's ridiculous. Like not every province recognizes nutritionists, and like some of our provinces are a little bit hillbilly. So I didn't know where I wanted to live, and so it just didn't make sense to go to school in a province I might not live in. As well as I kind of wanted to be recognized as a nutritionist, so I wanted to wait till I moved to BC to do it. So with all of that, and then adding traveling into the equation, I really just, school was on the back burner for me for a while. So fast forward to last July, when I said yes to Babes in Business. At the time, I was working 3 jobs, as well as I live in a mountain town, so I'm just all about mountain town life, hiking, rock climbing in the wintertime. I go snowboarding as much as I can. I really am a person that thrives being outdoors, so any free time I have, I spend it outside. So when I joined Babes in Business, I was already super busy with juggling my life. That school was like not even in my radar a little bit. So over our Canadian winter, which is backward for you Aussies, you just had summer, so it's winter for us. Or, well, yeah, 2 seasons ago, but you're picking up what I'm putting down. But yeah, over our Canadian winter, I had a bit of a moment where I was thinking that I wanted to be able to offer more to my clients. I wanted to be able to offer more to the community of the Health Style Emporium and share information with everybody, as well as help support my fellow babes with any, nutrition stuff that they need in the future. So that's when I knew it was finally time to say yes. So in May, I did it. I finally said yes. It has been 5 months now, and I'm so happy that I did it. My schooling is strictly through correspondence. So it all comes down to me and making sure that I'm studying so that, you know, at the end of 2 years, I don't have like 6 courses I'm trying to cram in. I would love to point out, though, that when I decided to say yes, and still to this day, I was working a full-time job, going down to part-time this winter, so I'm super stoked. But on top of that, I also teach 6 yoga classes a week, so that takes a lot of time. And my business has also been growing, so it's just been, you know, full of business and work and all that fun stuff, but I still managed to make it work with school, and I love it. I love every second of it. I love everything that I'm learning. But, you know, pairing it with school and running a business has actually been super beneficial for me. I know that I want to read my textbook. So when I have it sitting there beside me on the table, I look at it and I'm like, okay, Louise, like sit and just work on your business for an hour, smash it out, and then you can just get lost in your textbook. And, you know, it's been really great for that, because I could easily get, you know, distracted with scrolling or checking and answering emails that I never actually answer, you know, and all that fun stuff. So when my book is there staring at me, it's like, all right, let's go, Louise, it's crunch time. So all in all, being back in school has been the biggest kick in the butt that I needed to focus harder on my business so that I can quit my full-time job and have more time for studying, have more time for doing the things that I love, working a job that, you know, actually just lights me up and makes me so happy and lets me connect with people that are into the same thing as I am and into what I'm studying at school and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's my story.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Louise. I really appreciate it,
Yeah,
hon.
you're
I know
welcome.
a lot of girls are telling me that you can't see you, but I know we can hear you, and you're sharing some awesome goodness with everybody. And that's what I love personally about this business, was whether or not you've got another full-time job or you're studying, you've got kids, like it wraps around life. And so it gives you that flexibility to focus on studying or going to pursue study if that's something that you're really passionate about, that you really want to love and be part of. So I'm going to flick it now to Valentina. So hopefully you can see Valentina. Valentina, I'll get you to wave at me, girlfriend, so I can add you. Hopefully this will work for you. And let's see. Hopefully it's adding you now, Valentina. I can't wait because, like I said, hello, you're here.
Hey, I can't hear you too well now, but hold on. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. Awesome. I'd love for you to share with the girls who are jumping on a little bit about you and how you stumbled across Babes in Business and how you make this work around study.
Sure, no worries. I can see that everyone can see me now, which is fun. So my story is a little bit different to Louise's. I studied business and so marketing and HR, so not in the health industry. But basically what I thought I had to do was work while I study and work my ass off, sorry for my language, to get the opportunities and get things that I needed, so when I do finish, that I can kind of go straight into a corporate role and have that kind of one step up. So I was working 5 days a week and I was doing uni. So what that meant was that I had no time. I barely ever saw my friends because I'd get home from work, I'd be so exhausted, I'd go straight to bed. And then over the weekends, I'd be studying. So my time was solely uni, work, family. Not only that, with work, I was working 2 different roles because I wanted to get the most out of my opportunities. So I just wanted to always prove myself, and I felt that I always had to, you know, prove that I can do this workload. I was the youngest in the team that I was working in, both teams actually. I was the youngest, I had the least amount of experience, and I was at uni. So I felt that I had to step up and prove that, hey, I can work this corporate role and I can do all of this. But what that meant was that I was working so hard that they kept on piling more work onto me. And I wouldn't say no, like I just would say, yep, give it to me. Like, again, I want to prove that, yeah, I can do this. And that meant that I was underappreciated. I wasn't getting the recognition that I think that I should have needed in that sort of role. And it's not that it was the people that I worked with, because they were awesome. It was just the corporate environment. And then quickly, well, actually slowly, but then quickly, my health declined dramatically. I was sick for like 2 months, then I was well again for a bit, and then again for a month I was ill, and it was just a constant cycle of me just being ill and unhappy and just what's the word for it? I was just unhappy. I was not working on myself. I had no self-worth at that stage, I should say, because I wasn't, protecting myself. But what I learned was that it doesn't need to be that way. It really doesn't. I can actually be appreciated, and I can actually be rewarded for all of these things. So what happened was I was a client of the Health Style Emporium. That was in November last year, and I absolutely loved the whole business. I grew so much in myself. My coach at the time was Brit, and she actually posted a little post saying that she had the business opportunity, and I was like, yes, please. I was always putting out to the world that I wanted to work on myself and work on my business, and be successful, but I just didn't know how. I didn't have the support system behind me. I didn't know what to do. So I was like, yes, I'm all in, put 2 hands up, like, get me in this business now, sort of thing. So I kind of went all out. And in the first 3 months, I was actually able to drop down my hours from work to 3 days a week. And that meant that I had more time to work on uni. That meant that I had more time for my family, my friends, my partner. It meant that I had more time for all of that. And then that quickly turned into 1 day a week. My work at the time were like, hey, we want you to work in this department and work here and work there. And I'm just like, I can't do it. And at that stage, I was like, I can say no now. I know that there's another way for me to get an income. There was another way. So I basically said, no, I'll work that 1 day a week, but I'm not going to be doing 3 different roles, 3 different days a week, plus uni. Like, that is not going to happen for me. So that's been able to happen. But I think besides all of the different avenue that I'm taking with my life now, but apart from the business opportunity, apart from all of that, I think it's more the community that I love the most. It's the self-growth, it's the freedom, it's being able to meet people all the time. Like, I actually have a girl in the line. We were speaking today, and she's like, you're connecting with me and I'm in the US, and I'm just like, yeah, that's crazy. to know that I can connect with people who are on the same level that I am, think the same that I am, and be able to connect with them. That's the amazing thing. And like you, Loz, and everyone else in the team who are actually there to support me and want more for me as well, is just, the words can't explain it. I think that's the best part about this business so far. So that's my story. That's how much my life has changed since November.
I love that.
I'm so much more happy.
Thank you so much, honey, for sharing your story. I know so many girls would benefit from that, and it's so powerful to hear, like, for girls on the line who are studying, and sometimes they think that because they're studying they can't do this business. Because I know when you're studying, especially full-time, it's like a full-time job. You're like studying 40 hours a week, like with your lectures, your assignments, the study that goes into it, and it's like life doesn't stop either. Like, you still have rent to pay and phone bill and electricity and food and life. So yeah, for those girls who might be using study as an excuse to why you can't do it, it's awesome hearing other girls who are showing you how they've done this and how they've actually been able to use this business as a way to get more time in their life for the things that do light them up, including self-care. Because I know when you are a student, it kind of feels like you're burning the candle at both ends. So I'm going to flick it now to Holly, if you're going to wave your arms around at me, I'll add you to the live. The girls can hear your story and see your pretty face. I'm actually really impressed. We haven't had too many hiccups this time around. Hello.
Hello.
How are
Hi.
you?
Sorry, I'm just in my car at the moment. I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. I think if you want to turn it the other way up now, I think you're right.
Yep.
Just like, yeah.
There we go.
Good now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Actually, hang on 2 seconds. There we go. I am so incredibly excited to be on here and sharing my story with you all. Oh my goodness. So for those who don't know me, my name is Holly. I am 20 and I am a business student. So everyone knows as a student, it's sort of a given that you normally feel pretty stressed out by your busy schedule and finances. And studying full time generally entails, attending classes and completing assignments and studying for exams, working, which are usually long hours over the weekend. You want to try and maintain your social life and a healthy relationship with your boyfriend or girlfriend. And trust me, a couple months ago, I was feeling the full effect of this. I felt as though there just had to be another way, like this couldn't be it. I was always busy, I was always working, yet I never had enough money to do what I wanted to do, like travel and buy a car and things like that. So March this year, I was actually just about to pick up a third and a fourth job, umpiring and working behind a bar. And I was already working as a salt therapy consultant 25 hours a week and doing some netball umpiring. So I was pretty burnt out and it was taking a toll on my body. I was constantly sick and exhausted and I was so anxious because I was so stressed all the time. And I just needed to find another way to earn a bit of money doing something that I really wanted to do while I was studying. So in April, my gorgeous friend and mentor, Britt, she approached me and she just asked how I was doing. She could tell I was super stressed out. And that was just my breaking point. Like talking to Britt just made me realize that there had to be more to life than working and studying and being constantly stressed and just trying to balance everything. So after looking into the incredible opportunity that Babes in Business is, I sat on it for a few days and in all honesty, it did seem too good to be true. I didn't think that I could handle the stress of running my own online business. I didn't know where to find clients, feel healthy or happy enough to help other people. I did watch the webinar about 3 or 4 times and I was ready to say no. I didn't know how I could fit this all in and I just didn't want to burn myself out even more. So 5 months down the track, I'm actually about to go full time with this business. I've booked my first overseas trip to New Zealand with my best friends for 3 weeks in January. I'm also planning to travel like America and Europe and all those incredible places with my best friends. And I'm inspired by the people that work around me each and every day. And I'm encouraged to reach my full potential and go further, which you don't normally get from your co-workers. So honestly, girls, if you are sitting on the fence about Babes in Business and you're just a bit unsure, I really encourage you to connect with the lovely lady that popped you into this group and ask her all the questions under the sun, because this has been such an incredible opportunity and it's such an incredible community to be a part of. And I'd really hate for you to miss out on this opportunity just because you're sort of a bit unsure on how you're going to fit it into your schedule. So that's a bit about me and my story. Thank you all for listening in, and I look forward to seeing some of your beautiful faces in our next training session.
Before you jump off, I'd love to ask you, because I know there's probably some girls on the line who really resonate with your story, and maybe they have watched a webinar or they have got some information, and like you said, you were nearly ready to say no. So what changed that no to a yes for you?
In all honesty, I just sat there and I thought, if I don't say yes to this, like, when is another opportunity like this going to come my way? It's not every day that you get to work with an incredible community of girls who are constantly lifting you up. And just the work itself, like you're helping other people to live a healthier and happier life and just be the best version of themselves. And you can do this from literally anywhere. You know, if you've got a spare half an hour in between classes and where you'd usually just sort of be sitting there just chilling out, you could smash out a little bit of work in that half an hour and it doesn't even feel like work. Like that to me just blew my mind. I thought, you know what, this is something that I need to be a part of. And honestly, best decision of my life.
Thank you so much, beautiful, for sharing your love and light with the girls. I know they appreciate it. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
So yay, I'm so excited that you got to listen to some of the girls, hun. And there's so many different ladies that have said yes to this business for so many different reasons. And I think personally, that's my favorite part of the business, is that you get to work with so many inspiring and passionate girls from all around the world, and this business is designed to fit around your life. So whether it is your full-time study, your part-time study, or even if you want to go and study but you're not quite sure how you kind of work around that, I loved that Louise got to share that at the start. It was, she wasn't studying, but it was something that she always wanted to do, but she just didn't know how she could do that because we've all got bills to pay, right? I wish I came across this business when I was studying, but then again, I probably wouldn't have gone and did my degree if I knew I could have done this without a degree. So you don't need to be a health professional to do this. You don't need to be business savvy. We teach you everything you need to know. You just need to have a heart. You need to care about people. And then we show you how to do the rest. So I'm so grateful that those girls got to share their stories. And I really encourage you ladies, if you found this somehow, you've been tagged in it or you've stumbled across it, I'd love for you to ask yourself, like, are you happy or is what you're doing now working? Because if you want something to change, something's going to change. And so just reach out to the lady who stumbled across, who shared this with you. And just ask questions. If you've got questions, I had so many misconceptions. I had so many hesitations. And like I said, I would really hate for you to miss out on this if this is something that aligns with you because you don't understand how it works. So get your questions answered and hopefully we will see you all soon. Sending you lots of love and happy Friday.